All right, guys. This is one of the last videos that need to be made a part of the approach series, continuing with the marathon up early. Now, one of the last and final things before you end off an interaction with a girl, if you have the time. Sometimes you're strained for time. Sometimes the girl genuinely has to go. She may be trying to catch a train, or her Uber or taxi might have pulled up. But what you need to do is make that girl qualify herself. Now, what does it mean to qualify herself? See, one of the biggest mistakes guys do, they qualify themselves. But one thing that you should never do is qualify yourself. For example, when a girl says, "What do you bring to the table?" or "Tell me about yourself," or "What do you do for work?" A lot of guys run and brag, say, "Oh, I do this. I make 6 figures a year. I have a nice car." But if you're bragging about it, it's a bit of a turnoff for girls. And a lot of times, girls don't really give a fuck about that shit. Especially, well, some girls are money hungry and they might focus on that. But even when you lead with your money, then you're not getting the type of validation you want. You're leading with, you're going to be getting like transactional sex and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? She's going to be asking you for money, but you want to game her properly, so you get like validational sex. So a lot of times, unless we already like started talking about it, and she like saw my Instagram, like, "Oh, you're a fighter, and what's the podcast thing about?" I don't really bring it up. But if the girl is like, asking me, "What do you do for a living?" I tell the bitch I'm an astronaut. I'm like, "Yeah, baby, I'm an astronaut." And you want to joke with her for a little bit. It's like, "No, for real, what do you do?" "All right, I'm a pizza boy." I deliver pizzas, right? Now, if you're a pizza boy, obviously you want to joke around. Never give them what you do right away. Eventually you want to tell them, because you don't want to be like joking forever about it. So eventually you want to tell them what you do. But you never want to find yourself trying to qualify yourself, because you're trying to impress yourself. She should be qualifying herself to her. So one thing that I do to make a girl qualify herself to me is, I say, even if she's a super pretty girl, I'm like, yeah, you're good looking, but there's good looks everywhere. And this is what I say to her. I say, "Listen, what do you have to offer besides your looks? Give me, seriously, serious question. Give me 3 things that you have to offer besides your looks that would make a guy want to stay with you forever." And I say, "Go, tell me." And what you'll find is a lot of girls have a hard time answering this question. But whatever she tells you that's aside from being sexual in her looks, you have to accept it. Because if you don't accept it when she's trying to qualify herself, then then she'll feel as if she's not enough for you. And then, you'll probably turn her off and you'll fuck up that interaction. But another thing you guys need to realize, sometimes girls qualify themselves without you having to ask, but you have to know the signs. Like, say, for example, if she's like talking about a lot of if she brings up random shit like, "Oh, well, I'm a nurse." If she's like, "Well, I'm a nursing major and I do this and that and the third, and I go to school for this," right? And and I graduated top of my class, and I'm basically a certified chef, right? If she says these things randomly without you asking, this is her qualifying herself. If she's bragging about stuff about her, she's trying to impress you. And when she does that, you say, "Oh my God, high five, good for you." Not in a sarcastic way, but be serious. Like, "Oh my God, wow, that's really good. Good for you. Like, I'm so impressed. Give me a hug." That's such a turn on, right? So this way you want to let her know like you're more turned on about that stuff and not so much more the physical. But if she's not qualifying herself, you need to make her qualify herself, so this way she's chasing your validation. And once you've had a successful interaction, once you approached her, what I'm saying, without validating her, if she's super beautiful, you might want to throw some negs. Maybe I'll do that video next on negs. You make her, you build comfort, you do kino escalation, you're flirting, you're teasing, You know, if she throws a congruence test, aka a bitch test, if you know, if she's going throwing out their compliance tests, and you're passing all these tests with ease, and you're building comfort, you know, the last thing you need to do is to whatchamacallit, is to make her qualify herself. Now, after this video, I'll be doing negs. Negs aren't necessarily always necessary, and they might not come all the time, but the girls that are super beautiful are the girls that have a really high ego. You need to bring their shit down. All right, guys. Hey, get down from there now. Get your ass down. Right now. What the